with Shelley.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shelley Smith, and I am the chair of YWCA Central Carolina's Board of Directors. On behalf of the entire board, I'm delighted to welcome you to our annual Women of Achievement event. We are coming to your computer screen live from Wonderworld's West End studio. As you all know, we had planned for this to be an in-person outdoor event at YWCA, and we were so looking forward to seeing you all face-to-face for the first time since February of 2020. Unfortunately, the weather didn't cooperate with us, and we had to do what we've all become so good at doing over the past 18 months, be flexible. As such, thank you for your flexibility and patience this week, and thank you for joining us virtually. Please use the chat box to say hello. Let us know you're watching. Before we get started, I want to take a moment to thank our wonderful sponsors of this event, Food Lion and PNC Bank. We are so grateful. We're so grateful for their support of YWCA and of our Women of Achievement event. Please join me again in thanking Food Lion and PNC. We are also grateful to have all of you with us today to celebrate the incredible work that our 2021 Women of Achievement do to promote social justice in our community. Gibby Harris, Seal Gonzo, and Chevette Campbell are three women who dedicate their lives to bettering our world. They work tirelessly toward the goals stated in YWCA's mission, eliminating racism, empowering women, and promoting peace, justice, freedom, and dignity for all. Before we celebrate these amazing women, we want to take a moment to celebrate you, our donors. You're advocates of YWCA and our family. Your support of YWCA's mission makes a remarkable impact in our community, and we thank you. Now, I'm very excited and happy to introduce our next speaker, Kenya Henderson, Director of YWCA's Families Together Transitional Housing Program. Kenya has worked with Families Together program since its inception in 2008. As director, Kenya oversees all aspects of the program while also working directly with each family toward their goals of permanent housing and financial stability. Please join me in welcoming Kenya.
Hi, my name is Kenya Henderson, proud director of the Families Together program. I began my journey 13 years ago looking at mounds of dirt, eagerly anticipating the completion of construction and awaiting our certificate of occupancy to move in the first family into the Families Together program. Rebecca Stickle and I were so excited to welcome our first family from the Salvation Army into one of our 4-bedroom townhome units. Now, we all know that YWCA is a very special place, but most importantly, it provides a safe and stable temporary place to call home, allowing families to exhale, devise a plan for a fresh start with supportive staff and services. Obviously, we would be unable to render housing and supportive services without the continued support of all of you, the donors. Let me give you an example of just how powerful, meaningful, impactful, and necessary your financial gifts are to the women, family, and children we serve at the YWCA. Close your eyes and imagine. Imagine yourself living from pillow to post with no safe place to call home with 2 small children. You have nowhere to sleep, eat, or bathe consistently. You grow weary as resources are limited and you have run out of solutions. You convince yourself that your children are better off with another family. Your parental rights are now terminated and you feel like you failed as a parent. You decide to move to the big city of Charlotte in hopes of finding a safe place to land, breathe, and regroup. All roads lead to YWCA's Women in Transition program. You pause and pinch yourself as you cannot believe that you found a reliable resource in a safe and judgment-free environment. You can now take the time to figure out your next steps. After building a rapport with your case manager, you find the courage and strength to devise a plan to reunite with your children. You secure employment, save money, and prepare to take the next steps to start the custody process. There's just one caveat. You cannot reunite until you've secured a housing opportunity for your 3 children. Never fear, Families Together is here. The family moved into the program, mom is actively engaged in case management, children are thriving, and mom's confidence is stronger than ever. So we exist for a reason, not just for this one family, but those that we serve now and that we will serve in the future. So you should know, when families sign the lease, turn the key, and enter the unit, they are often in a state of shock, oftentimes overcome with uncontrollable emotion and deep sighs of relief, and sometimes crocodile tears. And I'll be honest, it takes everything in me to not have a meltdown in their presence. Never did they imagine walking into a spacious townhome with all the startup items provided: kitchenware, bathroom items, bed and bags, cleaning supplies, toiletries, a bed for each heartbeat, supportive services, supportive program staff, youth programs, summer camps, and after-school activities. There is no way we could accomplish this without all of you. So I want to personally thank you on behalf of Families Together for every contribution of your treasures, time, and talent to change the trajectory of participants' lives at the YWCA. And at this time, I would like to introduce our fearless leader and CEO of YWCA Central Carolinas, Kirsten Sickley.
Wow, thank you, Shelley, for starting our celebration this evening. Thank you, Kenya, for highlighting the hard work of the families we serve. Both of you have such passion for our mission, and we're so grateful that both of you empowered women are part of our YWCA family. Good evening to our donors, past and present, to our Women of Achievement, guests of our honorees. We so wish we could be gathered together on the back lawn of our YWCA, overlooking families together, but Mother Nature had other predictions for this evening. So thank you for understanding and for making the pivot with us. It's been 2 years since we've gathered together in person for this event. We've all learned so much about resilience, inequities, the need for connection to our loved ones and to our community, and how very little we can control. Some days have been almost unbearable. We've lost people we love to this virus, and we've worked hard to keep one another safe. But one priceless gift we've received over and over again is the generous, steadfast, and often increased support of you, our donors. YWCA's mission of eliminating racism, empowering women, and promoting peace, justice, freedom, and dignity for all has resonated deeply in hearts across our community. You all have shown up big time for us and for those we serve, and we thank you. We remain focused on ensuring that our YWCA is a beacon of hope for equity and transformation in the face of racism and misogyny. This focus undergirds our programs and also takes the shape of forums, activism, and book studies. So we hope that you will join us again soon for a virtual discussion of the very powerful book, Cast, by Isabel Wilkerson, the evening of November 18th. Since the pandemic began, we've continued to help women and families overcome homelessness and move on from our campus into new places to call home and to build their lives together. This past year, 46 women in transition and 5 households and families together celebrated those big moves. Leaving can create anxiety, having felt so supported at the YWCA. We always remind them as we say congratulations that it's just their addresses that are changing, that we are still here, and that YWCA means family. We're eagerly awaiting the groundbreaking for our future affordable housing, with construction expected to start in March. While supply chains have suffered and construction costs have soared, we've held a steady nerve with our friends at Dream Key Partners, who have remained as committed as we are to realizing this vision. A small but phenomenally generous group of YWCA supporters are making these grounds for change a reality, so that we are now ready to break ground and move ever closer to welcoming our new neighbors who will join us in 2024. Over the summer, and again as school began, we welcomed our elementary students back into our 8 youth learning centers. Both the children and our educators are absolute pros at wearing their masks and washing hands, and everybody is so happy to be back in person. We continue to support our educators in using an equity framework for literacy to help our youngsters develop their own identities and to be able to question the world around them. This equity framework to cultivate children's genius gives our educators a way to help kids not just survive, but to thrive. Our board of directors are all also committed donors and volunteers. They have supported us at every turn. They've never ever compromised on safety during this pandemic, and they have fully embraced leaning with us all the way into our mission. I'd like to thank our board members for being keepers of this mission during unprecedented times. You inspire me. I also want to give a shout out to our wonderful fitness members who have embraced safety protocols, wearing masks, while using our fitness center and our pool to stay fit and healthy. We love seeing you all at our Park Road campus. Tonight, we celebrate our 2021 Women of Achievement. So it is my great joy to introduce our Women of Achievement honorees. We're delighted to present each of these empowered, justice-seeking women with an original ceramic platter created especially for this occasion by local ceramic artist Danielle Kerlock. In addition to being a wonderful artist, Danielle taught our youth programs students ceramics for 2 years through a partnership with Clayworks. We're just delighted that Danielle has created these beautiful and functional awards for a second year. In the Emerging Leader category, we are so proud to honor Chevette Campbell. Most recently, Chevette served as the Health Education Services Program Coordinator for the March of Dimes. Chevette is committed to working for equitable child and maternal health outcomes by addressing underlying conditions. She further walks that walk as a certified childbirth doula, volunteering as such with Florence Crittenden Services. Building upon her master's degree in public health, Chevette uses her extensive training in health policy to help people prepare for advocacy meetings with elected officials. A vital bill Chevette worked diligently to support is H.R. 959 around Black maternal health, which seeks to respond to the fact that Black mothers and infants are 3 to 4 times more likely to die than their non-Black counterparts during childbirth. This bill directs multi-agency efforts to improve maternal health outcomes by addressing social determinants such as childcare, housing, food security, transportation, and environmental conditions. Chevette, we are so grateful for your commitment, energy, and hope. On behalf of the board and staff of YWCA Central Carolinas, please join me in celebrating our 2021 Emerging Leader, Woman of Achievement, Chevette Campbell. Congratulations.
Thank you, Kirsten, and the YWCA. I am amazed and delighted to be the recipient of such a phenomenal honor. It is a great privilege to be placed among the distinguished ranks of current and past honorees. I am blessed to be selected as the 2021 Emerging Leader, an honor to stand alongside phenomenal women like Seal and Gibby. I genuinely value and respect all that the YWCA stands for as an exemplary, groundbreaking institution. I've always dreamed of being in a field dedicated to improving the lives of others while allowing me to be a positive catalyst in local and international communities. I've dedicated my entire career to my passion and personal commitment to social justice and pursuing significant advances in the areas of public health and maternal and child health. I've always pursued transformative action towards a just, equitable, and supportive future for mothers and their babies. For every obstacle encountered during my life, I ultimately overcame my challenges by reminding myself that I am not alone in my experience. Rather than alone, I am one of many on a journey to form a new path that others can leverage and follow. I have made it my purpose to provide encouragement and representation for those who embark on a similar life journey. I know that leaders are created like diamonds through pressure, molding, and refinement of their lived experience. Receiving this award truly inspires me to continue my advocacy work and do all that I can to improve, empower, and support my community. I love to thank God, my friends and family for their continued motivation, inspiration, and support. I'd also like to graciously thank Dr. Kimberly Andrusano of A Servant's Heart Charitable Foundation, who nominated me for this award. Special thanks to my mother, Jeanette Fode, and sister Imani Kaikai. Again, I wish to extend my gratitude and immense appreciation for the YWCA's faith in my commitment to social justice, access, and equity for all. Thank you.
Congratulations, Shavette. In the Community Champion category, we are so proud to honor Seal Gonzo. Seal serves as the founder and executive director of Our Bridge for Kids, a nonprofit born from an after-school program for refugee students, where Seal began working in 2010. From the start, Seal became deeply involved with the families and their cultures. The families she worked with were struggling to figure out how to start over in an unknown land while learning English and working full-time. What struck her the most was realizing that children were losing their childhood in the process of resettlement and acculturation. By her second year, Seal was offered the program director's position, which she held until the program was set to close in May 2014. But Seal just could not let the program end. She took everything she learned and dreamed of, creating a program that would address the academic and socio-emotional needs of newly arrived and first-generation American children and their families. She wanted to teach English in a joyful, nurturing space that would represent every culture in an inspirational way. And that is why she founded Our Bridge as a not-for-profit organization. We are grateful that Seal's move in 2003 from Argentina to the US became Charlotte's gain. Please join me in congratulating our 2021 Community Champion Woman of Achievement, Seal Gonzo.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Kirsten, and everyone who contributed to putting this wonderful event together. Congratulations to my fellow awardees as well. I am so proud and glad to be here. Because I am the first Latina to receive this prestigious award in this category, and only the second in the history, I love to use my time to honor the thousands of Latinas who make Charlotte stronger every day, especially those who didn't have another option but to leave everything they knew behind, who left loved ones and the land they grew up in to provide a better future for their children. I am here to honor the thousands of undocumented women right here in Charlotte who for decades have been surviving in the shadows, afraid that one tiny misstep or a word to the wrong person may separate them from their families forever. Women who during a global pandemic were not included in any relief plan, and yet, despite all challenges and roadblocks to their inclusion, they're raising incredibly strong, smart children and loving families. The children who are now the future of this community and the country as a whole. If you're here tonight, or if you're watching this, it's because you, like me, believe in the mission of the YWCA to eliminate racism, empower women, and promote justice, peace, freedom, and dignity for all. We must include our undocumented neighbors in this effort. So here's my ask tonight as I receive this award. Please do what you can to advocate for an immediate and comprehensive immigration reform so that we can all live in peace with justice, freedom, and dignity in this new country we want to call home. Thank you again.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
You got it? Yes. Congratulations, Seal. Now, the Lifetime Advocate category for YWCA's Women of Achievement Award seeks to honor a woman who's exemplified a lifetime commitment to social justice. Tonight, we honor Gibby Harris. Gibby has served as Mecklenburg County's Public Health Director for 4.5 years. She's responsible for managing the department of over 800 public health professionals with a budget of $86 million. This work encompasses clinical services, preventative health, case management, health partnerships, and population health. Gibby most recently served as the incident commander for the COVID-19 response for Mecklenburg County. Her staff has addressed the pandemic through coordination and collaboration with healthcare and community partners, including testing, case investigation and contact tracing, a COVID-19 hotline, data and reporting, more data and reporting, vaccinations, and guidance and education on literally all things COVID. As the pandemic wore on, Gibby was vocal about the health disparities that were revealed along racial lines and she worked to shape the community's response to improve equitable access and health outcomes. Gibby's 30-year public health career has also included positions as health director for Wake and Buncombe counties. And while in Buncombe County in 2011, Gibby was named North Carolina's Health Director of the Year. We are so fortunate that she is our health director, especially during the pandemic. I know I speak for many homeless service providers when I say that hearing her voice on the weekly sheltering calls was deeply reassuring during anxious times. Having secured for our community an outstanding successor in Dr. Raynard Washington, Gibby will retire to her home in Asheville at the end of this year. It's an honor for our YWCA to be able to honor Gibby. Please join me in celebrating our 2021 Lifetime Advocate Woman of Achievement, Gibby Harris.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kirsten. This award is incredibly important to me in many ways. My career has been focused on the health and wellness of the people and the communities that I've had the honor of serving. And it's particularly important to me and very humbling to me that I'm receiving this from the YWCA with its focus on equity, empowering women, and serving our community. Health disparities have been with us for many years in all of our communities. What we are seeing now is that people are recognizing that the issues of housing, education, and jobs are impacting the wellness and the ability of our community to be successful. What I can tell you is that COVID has really shown us how important these issues are, and how that if we don't address these issues, we will not have the communities that we want in the future for our children and for our families and for our communities as a whole. So, as we've had that light shone on these issues, shame on us if we don't take this opportunity to make a difference in our communities. There is still so much work to be done. But while there's so much work to be done still in the future, I'm incredibly proud of the work of our public health leaders and our public health staff in this community as they have continued to serve this community during COVID and throughout all of the different efforts that we have for public health in our community. I'm also proud of our community leaders and their focus on equity and inclusion. I'm proud of our community partners in the work that they do to serve all of the individuals in need in our community. And I'm especially proud of the YMCA and its focus on equity, because if we don't focus on equity, again, we will not have the communities we want moving forward. So for me, there is lots of hope and lots of opportunity. I'm grateful to be in the same class with Sil and Shanetta. I congratulate them on their award. But what I will say is that these awards serve to challenge us all to continue to do better. We've got so much work to do, so much to look forward to in our communities. And I am grateful to the YWCA for continuing to shine a light on all of these efforts. Thank you. Thank you.
You got it?
I do. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Gibby. Gibby, Seal, and Chivette, what an inspiration you've given to us tonight. Thank you for who you are, and thank you for helping us to celebrate the giving hearts who support our mission. I want to thank all of you in the audience for joining us this evening. Please continue to be safe and continue to lean into the mission of YWCA. Peace be with you, and good night.